Escaping Denver, Batch 4, Episode 3, The High. After those busy streets, the silence does take some getting used to. Some of you have been asking, so I'll say it. I'm good, healthy, alive. And Sara has finally requested the ability to play music. Feels like a no-brainer. Even I've questioned why they hadn't recorded the song when they had the chance at the end of Batch 2, but then I remember Andreas and the soldiers and the whole bomb thing, and I realized that would have taken some supreme foresight. Batch 2 was crazy. Whatever they have to do to get her that song, Forbidden Fruit, they better do it quickly. Noah is at the mercy of Harper, who I am still trying to understand. I mean, what is she? I know, evil, sadistic, twisted, yes. But did she come out this way? Can they just tweak the clone recipe and just, add a little evil? Or is this conditioning after the fact? Like the clone plops out and goes to villain boot camp for a while, or scariest yet, what if Harper is just Sara, but giving in to the darker side that was there all along?
Spencer doesn't suit you, stranger. I pictured a heroic name. Hard R's and K's. Kirk, Eric, Hercules, something with a kick. But what do I know? Maybe they're bluffing for my sake. Your number, this number, it might not even exist. But if you do exist, you must be wondering how and why I'm sending more messages. The how is easy. They're fucking with me to the nth degree, and leaving me my phone is all part of it. The why is harder. Boredom, for sure. Habit, definitely, but it's something more. See, they think I'm going to spill the secrets I'm keeping from them. The secrets they think they can carve out of me. But they're wrong, stranger. Yeah, they'll get their pound of flesh and even my screams, but I'll never reveal all the key information I've already sent you. Codes, names, information, everything before you heard Harper say your name is still a mystery to them. You hear that, Harper? You'll get nothing. But I'll hand it to you. You really know how to get under my skin. Sure, torture is there. Losing, regrowing. It's all so repetitive. But this is extra special. You see, stranger, Harper has not been successful at getting into my thoughts. No knife or saw for the steel trap, so she's begun messing with my head. Waking up in the same cell from when this all started. Same concrete, same glass wall. Hello? Sara, wake up. Time to face some eyeless dogs. Nothing. Same metal door. Even the same air conditioner from the early 80s. But you got the smell wrong. There's no musk. No mildew. This is a new cell. Made for the sole purpose of messing with my brain. It's like the torture isn't enough. Now I have to wake up each day and think I'm about to relive it all again. Solid move, Harper. Yeah, well played. I mostly feel lost in time. Like I'm still at the beginning and the end of the story. And getting to live the beginning again after knowing this end, you see it all differently, you know? Fresh eyes. I had glasses when this all started. They gave them to me again to sell the illusion, but I started with them. I got them a few years back for night driving and then slowly needed them during the day. Same frames. Nice detail. I don't even know when I lost them. The pair I started with, I can't remember losing them, but I clearly didn't need them. The same way I don't need these now. My eyes healed, as the rest of me did. No more scars, sore knees, or shitty eyes. I'm sorry your number was chosen. If you exist, then you should be running, which you already know. So I'm sorry. We didn't mean to pull you into our world. We were trying to get you to pull us out. You're in it now, though. Whether you like it or not. Whether you believe it or not. You're in it. Just don't let them scare you. I won't talk. Just follow the plan we had to take these bastards down, and maybe you can prove me wrong. Maybe Spencer is a heroic name.
Well, this puts me in an interesting position. I can confirm that Noah sent me the codes and names and plans, but then you'd feel like I've been lying to you, controlling the story. Or I say that Noah is lying, that I know nothing, that the podcast is me showing everything I got, which of course means there's no reason to keep Noah alive. Here's what I will say, to both the collective and the internet sleuths alike. I have shared what I thought best told the story of what Noah and Sara are going through. But at no point have I said I've shared everything. Now digest that in any way that suits you.
Every damn time, it just leaves, whoosh. Shake it off. Spoiler, we found the song and the ability to play it. Did we just connect my phone to the internet and download it? Of course not, that would have been too simple. We instead had to dig through decades of lost and found to find something suitable. Found a Walkman. Not a Discman, not an MP3 player, nope. A cassette-needing Walkman. But nonetheless, it fit the brief. Play music. They then had to search the digital assets they had access to, pull them, and through some kind of techno-MacGyvering resulted in my having a cassette recording of The Forbidden Fruit. Not the fanciest or most elegant solution, but it works. My analytical side wants to take the time to understand its effects. But there's no time for that. It's more of a learn-as-you-go kind of thing now, but my big question was how I don't hurt myself while exhibiting this power. You know, the strength needed to tear a man in half. It should have broken my own bones in the process, but it didn't. And I'm not even sore anymore from using the muscles. But tired, drained even. Like when the music plays, I'm invincible. And it's losing it that's exhausting. I used to get high. Big surprise. I'm sure I've mentioned it before in moments of weakness, but generally, I don't tend to share. But yeah, I used to get high. Was it a problem? Hell yes. I made choices that eroded the foundation of who I was, and I had to slowly watch myself crumble, falling apart, losing people one by one. Friends, ambitions, stability. People say that the high must be so good for you to be willing to ruin your life. Willing. Anyway, the high was good, but that wasn't it. No, it was that everything outside of the high was shit. The high began to feel like the only good thing, which is fucked up. I know, but that's how it felt. The high never solved problems or erased my pain. And look, I preface with this because this song, this feeling, it does solve my problems. It does erase my pain. It makes me feel cocked back with endless potential. It's incredible. It's this feeling that makes me certain that I'll save Noah, save myself. In truth, it makes me feel like I could climb out of this place. Like I feel feral. I don't know my limits yet, but honestly, I don't even feel like I have any. I still feel like me though. All the same parts, just working better, lining up differently. And when it leaves me, even though I'm just going back to normal, it just feels like it's stealing from me. Yeah, I hear it too. It's unhealthy. But I'm not really in a position to fix that at the moment. I'd rather be a living, power-hungry addict than a dead anything else. I mean, whatever they did to me, I'm going to use it against them. They treated me, and who knows how many other people, like guinea pigs. I don't know how they changed or how they died, but I know what I've become, and they are going to be sorry for making me. I do have to ration my batteries, though. The Walkman takes 3 AAs, and that fun Colt only gave me a handful. Yes, a handful. You know when someone hands you loose batteries that they're going to be garbage. You can't store them like they're nails or something and just toss them in a jar. They're...
Hey,
Quit it. I didn't think adults needed to be told not to tap the glass.
they won't shut up.
They're always this way when we feed them. It's normal.
Well, this isn't exactly my normal. Okay? It's unnerving. A casual stroll along a metal walkway while monsters sing at us.
I told you to wear the earplugs, but you said, I'm not afraid of noise.
You said animal sounds, not creepy songs from the deep that make my knees hurt.
I'm surprised you're able to move, to be honest. We think it's something they use for hunting, to lure and paralyze its prey.
I guess I'm tougher than fish.
We think it was for hunting us, humans.
That's fucked up.
Oh, yes.
But what, humans got tougher?
We think they hunted in packs, and the 3 we have here just aren't enough to be effective.
Like wolffish?
God, no. Whales are already plenty wolf-fish enough for the ocean. Mermaids are different.
I don't like you saying mermaids. These are mysterious blurs of hair and teeth. Ruins the perfectly beautiful version of mermaids I have in my mind.
They're beautiful in their own way.
You've seen them? I mean, beyond a glimpse.
Of course I have. Did you think I just fed them? I'm a scientist.
No judgment here, dude. I've just only seen you throw giant chunks of unknown meat into the dark, dark waters of a bunch of tanks. You call it science. I call it SeaWorld Nocturna.
All right. SeaWorld Nocturna is a pretty solid name.
Right? Thought about it the other day when you said we couldn't turn all the lights on.
Well, some of these creatures would never have naturally come in contact with sunlight.
Hence, the Nocturna.
You're pretty smart for a guard.
And you're pretty brave for a geek. Were you really coming down here alone before I started?
Yeah. It's just one elevator and one hallway. Not exactly a pilgrimage.
But we're 12 floors below the secured sectors of the facility. There could be anything down here.
Considering I work with monsters in the dark, there's not much more for me to be afraid of.
Fair.
How long do you think I'll have the pleasure of your company?
No idea. They said that the uncontrolled floors are becoming more dangerous.
Yeah, because they're falling apart. Trust me, you're here because they need to check a box on their insurance, not because it's any more dangerous than normal.
Oh, so I can dip my foot in the water.
Only if you want to die. That's it. Let's get out of Dodge.
Oh, finally.
Finally?
What? Who doesn't love a narrow metal walkway above dangerous monster-filled tanks? But I'm eager to listen to something that isn't trying to paralyze me.
Nearly fucked it when I strolled in here. Just waltzed through the doors and found myself on an upper balcony of a room, a mysterious space filled with giant water tanks. Most are beneath the sketchy walkway, but there are a few that go from the floor all the way to the ceiling, creating these enormous glass pillars. I immediately ducked down when I saw that there were people down there, and after a beat, realized I should record. I mean, who were those two? The girl sounded like a guard or a soldier or something, and the guy was a scientist. I didn't get a good look at them, but I got the gist. Feeding time at the aquarium. Probably have a minute before getting interrupted again. Can you hear that? The animals? I don't know if the recording does them justice. It's a crazy sound that feels like it's coming from inside your head. It's wild. And the smell, it's not your typical contained smell aquarium. No. This place smells like the sea. Not fishy, but that smell that tickles your nose a bit. The stairwell on the other wall. I can get down to the metal walkways, which is good because the only door on my level was the one that I came through. The water in the tanks is mercifully dark, so I can't actually make out what's in them. The ocean was scary enough already with creatures I could name, let alone adding mermaids or whatever to the list. I am curious, though. Just can't help it. Not about mermaids, but about whatever is in that giant tank. I'm not saying it's like Kraken level big, but that tank is easily 100 feet tall and takes up about a quarter of the room. So big enough to hide just about anything. I keep thinking, in classic giant monster fashion, that I'm going to turn and see an eyeball that's taller than me. In fact, just to be safe. Whoa. That was weird. Did that register on your end? The noises, the creature noises or whatever, just stopped when I pressed play. I can barely hear the music. There's no way that they can from within the tanks. It still happened when I pressed play. What is it that Noah said about correlation versus causation? Correlation doesn't imply causation. The other way around, maybe? I don't know. I know I'm overthinking this, but what if I can control the animals with this song? As Noah would say, holy shit.
Holy shit is right. I feel like in the world of cryptids and monsters, the ocean would be a treasure trove. Half of what we already know exists in the deep dark corners of the ocean already look like aliens. I was curious if we'd find any evidence of that. I mean, proper evidence, not just loose creatures in the canals of the biodome cavern. Something big, something that could take down ships. Whatever is in that giant tank might be exactly that. I'm with Sara on this one. That the ocean is already scary, but unlike Sara, I want to know about the monsters. I'm not going into the ocean anyways. The ocean feels like a great place to store them. Give me ancient dinosaurs or a sea full of tentacles over things I might actually run into. I can enjoy all of this from the safety of, well, wherever it is I'm hiding out. Now, can Sara control the creatures with the song? I don't even want to dive into that till I know a little bit more. I mean, what I'd like to talk about is something that the guard said. She said there were 12 floors below the controlled sectors of the facility. And I get that the collective weren't the ones who built this facility, so there are miles of uncontrolled space that have yet to be taken back. I get that. And I also get that the giant tanks of water would be difficult to move, hence going down into the uncontrolled sectors to continue that research. But as we didn't see a bunch of scientists in the biodome caverns, does that imply that the scientists are able to continue that research elsewhere? A controlled lab or wherever to study the land creatures? Right? Am I jumping to conclusions here? They want to continue their research, and they're willing to go to the uncontrolled sectors to do it, and if they're not going to go down to the domes, that must mean that they have the creatures elsewhere, right? Am I crazy? Or is this just causation versus correlation too?
The light hasn't changed, and with no new injuries from which to gauge time, I honestly have no idea how long I've been here. Food comes at arbitrary times, mostly when I'm asleep, which is extra unnerving. Try as I might, I can't seem to stay awake. Even with the stress. Even with the lights. Even when trying my absolute best. I'm beat. So tired that even self-preservation doesn't keep me awake. And the games keep getting played. I break my glasses, I wake up with new ones. I ignore the food and drink, I wake up full and satiated. But I was expecting this new tactic. Harper is laying down in the next cell. Of course, they want me to think it's Sara, that this is all starting again, but no. I'm ahead on this one. This isn't gonna work. It can't work. I won't let it. She's just laying there, her back to me, so I can't see what I expect to be a shit-eating grin. Wake up. Let's do this ridiculous dance. Oh, and she stirs. Hello? Oh no, where are we? What is this? I was just, but couldn't be, no. Cut the shit. Like I said, Sara was a better actress than this.
I don't know what you're talking about. Where the fuck are we?
Yeah, you know exactly where we are, Harper.
What is this? Who are you?
Are we really gonna do this? Fine. Who am I? I'm a regular Joe that you morons injected with something that makes me heal faster than even you know what to do with. Hence the new mindfuckery.
I don't know what any of this means, Joe. What is this?
It's not cute, Harper.
Stop calling me that.
By your name?
By that name. So you kidnapped me and read my ID. Great trick. But if you really knew me, you'd know that's not my name anymore.
Sara?
How?
Wait. What do you remember?
I was at the airport. Why am I answering that? You know exactly where I was, you creep. People will be looking for me. Big people, tough ones.
No, they won't. Shit. It's another clone.
I can't hear you.
Sara, if you really just woke up here, I have some horrible news for you. This is the best part of what's ahead.
What's ahead? I don't understand.
We're captives. Both of us.
No! No, let me out! Let me out!
It's no use. There's no way out. That won't help either. Look at me. No.
It's almost too easy, Noah. It takes the fun out of it.
You bitch.
Look around. I think you'll find that you're my bitch. This is incredible. The music really controls them, like the whistle and the chupacabras. I don't know how to use it yet, or even what's in the tanks. The water's too dark, murky. I just see horrifying silhouettes from time to time. Sometimes similar to shapes I've seen, whales or seals or whatever, but sometimes I just can't make sense of the shape I'm seeing. It's like a tangle of shadows. But I gotta know. I have to. What if the Loch Ness Monster is down there and I have a chance to ride in victoriously on its back? It'd be epic. Worthy of my own mural in the cult church. I just have to see what's in the tank. Maybe if I splash the water, it'll come close to the surface. I won't put my hand in, but I can be quick.
I'd only do that if you want to lose your hand, too.
I know that voice. Or at least, I think I know who it is. It's Tunnel Tarzan, right? I'll double back to batch 1 to confirm, but in the meantime, I don't know if it's the music or her success rate, but Sara's confidence is uncomfortably high. She was gonna slap the water of the monster tank. I don't even get close to the screen when watching Jaws, let alone getting up close and personal with literal monsters. I mean, what kind of creature casts an inconceivable silhouette? If you have any idea, hit me up at escapingdenverpod@gmail.com or post on Reddit at @escapingdenver. Thank you to Curious Cast, thank you to you, the listeners, and thank you to my network of fellow Denver sleuths for keeping me safe and hidden. I'll be back next week with another episode of Escaping Denver.